Have you ever wondered, how can you create super durable, super creative handmade items using just 2 cheap household ingredients? Today, I'll reveal a top hack secret, combining hot glue and baking soda. Hot glue sticks firmly like super glue, while baking soda transforms into a hard, waterproof coating. Perfect for fixing things, making decorations, or even creating mini 3D models. So if you're into simple but clever DIY hacks, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you won't miss any cool ideas. All right, let's jump right into the experiment. First, prepare a small pan or heat-safe container. We'll place the hot glue stick inside and gently heat it up until it melts into a clear, sticky liquid. As the glue slowly melts, you'll see it turning into a smooth, glossy liquid. It looks super satisfying, the way it drips and swirls almost like honey. Make sure to keep the heat low, so the glue doesn't burn. Slow melting gives us the best texture to mix with baking soda later. Now, sprinkle in 2 spoonfuls of baking soda directly into the melted glue. The moment it touches the hot glue, you'll notice the texture changing right away. Thicker, creamier, and less sticky. As soon as the baking soda hits the hot glue, a lot of smoke rises up. It curls and spreads quickly, making the whole reaction look dramatic and a bit mysterious. This is completely normal. Just make sure you're in a well-ventilated space. Open a window or turn on a fan. For extra safety, wear a mask or keep some distance while the smoke fades. Then continue stirring the mixture until it thickens. After stirring everything well, turn off the heat and let the mixture cool down. Next, take a look at this old file. It's a bit worn out and the handle is almost gone. Holding it feels uncomfortable and awkward, making it hard to work with for long. Filing the wood with this old tool is really a struggle. The worn handle makes it slip easily, and you have to squeeze harder just to keep control. This is a perfect chance to use our hot glue and baking soda mix to create a brand new, sturdy handle. Take a thin wooden board and lay it flat on your workspace. Stick a layer of tape on top. This will act as protective lining, so the glue mixture won't stick permanently to the board. It makes the setup much easier to handle later when we shape the new handle for file. Now, take a cardboard tube. Something like the inside of a paper towel roll works perfectly. Place it upright on the taped wooden board, positioning it so the file can fit inside later. This tube will act as a simple mold, helping us pour in the glue and baking soda mixture to form a neat, solid handle shape. Use a bit of super glue to fix the cardboard tube firmly onto the wooden board. Make sure it stands straight and doesn't wobble, because this stability is important when we pour the hot glue mixture inside. To keep the file steady inside the mold, I'll use a simple DIY clamp. It doesn't need to be fancy, just a few small metal pieces, and screws tightened together to grip the file in place. This homemade clamp holds the file upright, so it won't shift or tilt while we pour in the hot glue and baking soda mixture. With everything secured, we can move on to filling the mold and shaping the new handle. Back to our glue mixture. This time, I'll add a small amount of cement powder. As soon as it's mixed in, the texture becomes even denser and more stone-like. The cement not only boosts strength, but also gives a handle a tougher, more durable finish, making it perfect for heavy use. Carefully pour the thick glue baking soda. Cement mixture into the cardboard tube mold. Let it flow slowly so it fills up every corner around the file, wrapping tightly around the metal. You can tap the board lightly to help the mixture settle evenly and push out any trapped air bubbles. Now we just need to wait for it to cool and harden into a solid, rock-strong handle. After the mixture has completely cooled, it hardens into a solid block inside the mold. Now, carefully peel away the tape and remove the cardboard tube. It already feels much sturdier in the hand compared to the old worn-out grip. To make removing the cardboard mold easier, prepare a shallow tray and pour some water into it. Place the file with the mold inside the water for a few minutes. This softens the paper tube and loosens the tape. After soaking, the cardboard peels away much more easily, leaving behind a hardened handle clean and smooth. Once the mold is removed, the handle might look a bit bulky. Use a sharp knife to carefully trim off the excess material, shaping it into a neater, more compact grip. This step not only makes a handle look better, but also ensures it feels comfortable and balanced when you hold the file. On the outside, there are still some bits of paper stuck to the handle. To clean it up, I'll use sandpaper to gently file down the surface. As I rub, the paper and rough spots disappear, leaving the handle smoother, more even and comfortable to hold. Now that the handle is finished, let's test it out on a piece of wood. Right away, the grip feels much firmer and more comfortable in the hand. The surface is smooth after sanding, yet still has a slight grainy texture that gives a good grip. It feels steady in the hand, not slippery, and much more comfortable compared to the bare metal file. As you start filing the wood, the strokes feel steady and controlled. Each push glides firmly across the surface, carving away thin shavings with a crisp, gritty sound. There's no more awkward slipping. The new handle sits comfortably in your palm, making the whole process smoother and far less tiring. It gives that satisfying hands-on feeling of shaping the wood exactly the way you want. And that's it. Our DIY experiment is a success. From just hot glue, baking soda, and a little cement, we turn an old, uncomfortable file into a tool with a brand new, rock-solid handle. Now, it's not only stronger and more durable, but also much easier and more comfortable to use. This simple hack shows how everyday materials can bring old tools back to life. If you enjoyed this project, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more creative DIY ideas.